Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Just Saying News. This time around, there's nobody gonna be talking except for me. Yes. Sorry. Excuse me. Just got obsessed with my work. Welcome to another episode of the Just Saying podcast with Natasha Juan and Yusuf Shukri. And we are today joined by who, Natasha?
We've got Ash. Introduce yourself a little bit.
Hello guys, bonjour.
Bonjour, bonsoir.
I'm good. I am Ash.
You are...
I am a quote-unquote singer for a local band.
Why would you say quote unquote? You are a singer.
I'm
What
an
do you
accidental
mean?
singer in a band called Meruked from
Oh.
Kuching. So as you all know, we've been friends. We know each other for quite some time. Kenal. So
I can know him
Betul,
from
betul.
school.
again, yeah, we were in school together. We never said hi.
Yeah.
He hated me in high school.
I know, no hate, just
He was
love.
a prefect.
When was the first time we met? The first time we met.
Good question.
Was it in the studio?
It was in the studio. Properly. Actually, Natasha was the first one to interview Meruked.
Oh yeah. Hey, wait, somebody said that earlier on this
was
week
me.
somehow.
Oh.
It was me in your dream.
This was like 2006.
16.
Whoa. This
August.
was back in my radio years.
12 years ago.
How you count?
How I count.
1,
Yeah.
2, 10, 11.
Okay, Ash. You also before when I met you, it was a Meruked, right?
Yes, it was Meruked.
It was
actually.
Meruked?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It was before our first ever show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like a real show lah. We were going to Bintulu. It was like 2 days before Bintulu, and we were interviewed by you in the studio.
Oh,
Yes.
well done. How many members do you have?
There's 6 of them, but like as you can see today, they're imaginary. They're all gone now.
Due to
just me.
unforeseen circumstances,
Due to
they
Ash
are,
is like the 6 in 1 today.
the spirits, the members' spirits are with him today.
Semua lama ambut lah sebenarnya. They're all here. They just don't want to come out.
And
You.
congratulations on your new music video. Let's talk about
Yes,
your
very
new
much.
song.
The new song, sure. It's called Posah. Posah is from the Bidayu Bau language. It means crystal clear.
Wow.
And I wrote that song in conjunction with this Article 19. Have you guys heard of Article 19 before?
What is
Do
this?
explain. What is that?
Article 19 is a movement that caters for freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and also countering hate speech. So they have this Canadian High Commission in Malaysia that hired Article 19, bracket Malaysian branch. And they went around Sarawak finding collectives that...
When was this? Back then lah.
This was in November last year.
Oh.
Very, very recent. So they were trying to find out what band they can collaborate with. Then I got a call. They said, can Meruked write a song for us? And I was like, oh, what is it about? Oh, about women empowerment, about freedom of
Wow.
speech, freedom of expression. I said no first because I said maybe we can change the narrative. Doesn't have to necessarily be about women. Be a bit more inclusive these days. Misalkan, you know how it is these days. And we decided we'd write a song. And the funny thing about this thing is we were on a sort of a deadline. So everything came very last minute because this is my fault. I would blame nature, but that's just too mean. Tapi in December to January, I felt sick. I lost my voice. I couldn't function well, so we couldn't write songs. But the song that we wrote, Kining Posah, was written musically, lyrically, with the music video shot all within 1 week.
Wow.
So
Whoever say last minute job cannot be done.
thinking back about
can
it,
be done.
it's giving me a bit of anxiety. It's about
But sakit lah, right?
oh, it was crazy. We were talking Monday. Monday we're in the studio. Guys, we need to write a song. And our guitarist Farouk said, "Okay, well, why do I try this line?" I'm like, oh, sounds like Carrie Jr. I like it. But let's
Carrie
try.
Jr. the kids. I don't remember. Oh,
You know,
okay,
the
okay,
kids
okay,
like
okay,
So
okay.
if you actually listen to the introduction of that song, ada bunyi it sounds like that. In my
Macam
opinion,
bunyi some cartoon soundtrack also.
it sounds like it sounds like a children's nursery rhyme. Yeah, I kind of like it. Then we just went with that idea because it felt very energetic, felt very Meruked to have. For those who don't know, the band has a sape, and the sape player is always the main attraction. He's the main dish of the band.
Like
But
the
he also-
center, like
he's
if
the
there's
centerpiece,
like a girl group, a K-pop girl group, there's a center.
He's the Lisa of
Yeah.
Meruked.
He's the Lisa.
Lan. He's the
Lisa,
And this Lisa is Gideon.
Gideon Langu Pasen, that is you, my friend.
Blackpink ni tak
Hot
tahu
chicken.
hari.
Everyone is Blackpink. Like, I'm just yellow and blue today. And Kaya, when we wrote that song, it was in one sitting when we did it. This was on a Monday. And then on a Wednesday, we had to record everything. And the recording process was just so... It was hard because kita ngepong masa.
You rushed.
We rushed. And I know the whole, like, oh, pressure creates diamonds. It did not create diamonds.
What did it create? Chaos?
A lot of shouting, a lot of, crying internally.
Wow,
But
God, crying internally.
internally.
No, not externally.
I mean, there was, but being
Like
a
just
guy,
one
you
tear
cry,
and then
cry in the car. Then the tear pun masuk balik dalam mata. Oh my man! So we go back record, right? And then that's when I realized I wanted the song to be a bit more inclusive when I wrote the lyrics. The lyrics basically speak about how fragile men can be and how people usually do not link. But men would tend to always say, "Oh, come on, just be a guy.
Suck it up.
Suck it up.
Suck
man.
it up.
Yeah.
Be a man.
Don't be a girl. So there's another word for it, but I can't say it on
Can
camera.
be a wuss.
Don't be a... Yeah, so anyway.
What is that? Just say.
So
This
we
is just same podcast, ma.
Okay, sorry. Don't be a pussy. Said.
Oh, okay.
What is a pussy? Something that you eat. I don't know. So I said...
Beliang producer.
Now you went overboard.
Then I said, okay, you know what? Okay, screw it. I will actually just write lyrics that can encapsulate how being a man is also being fragile.
Correct.
Being a man can also mean that you should not be afraid to express your emotions. So I tried to make sad, happy, sort of kind of music and
Bittersweet,
lyrics.
you mean?
Bittersweet,
Yeah.
sad, happy, like The Cure. They
Yeah.
write very happy songs, but the lyrics are pretty dark,
Yeah, melancholic.
melancholic. So yes, that is Kidding Posah. So long story short, we had a short launch party about 2 weeks ago.
Hello.
Oh, very famous guy. And the reception was good. We had like quite a nice turnout. So shout out juga dengan Chobi Cakap for
Come on, man.
come on, big guy.
Uh,
He allowed his space.
major industry player. Come on.
Major. He allowed us to use his space, Star on Stage, which you guys should check out. And we're actually the first band to actually do something there.
Nice.
So that was really cool as well. And overall, I think with Kidding Posah, it's sort of like a rebirth of the band because we've never really released stuff. This is our actual first ever music video, first single, first thing that we've done as a band in a very long time. So it's very nice to have that in our...
Will this momentum continue
I hope
until
it
there is a
does.
full length album of original
Yeah,
songs?
are
Come
you
on,
guys
man.
coming up with a full album?
Oh.
Yeah, I do intend to write
I
more.
mean, you guys have a bunch of
I have-
creative people, man.
I have a lot of stuff actually that I've written down, but belum, I guess it hasn't properly
Materialised.
masak right now, but I do have material. Actually, since you're talking, I wrote a song for Raya this year,
Uh-huh.
and I kind of want to get it recorded for this month. So if the members of Meruked are watching, that is the plan.
Hey, who asked you guys not to
I
be
have
here?
to ask you though, like you guys, there's 6 of you, right?
There's 6 of us.
How hard is it to actually get together? I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure you have different opinions all the time, different ways, different insights. How do you guys actually like go around that?
Go around.
You
it.
guys don't live in a fraternity house or something, right?
No, we don't. We're not like those American bands. And you play in the garage.
Yeah.
I said, it's very.
I
would
live by my
say,
own life, ka?
Yeah, kind of a bit. Because some of them are married, some have
Oh
children,
yeah.
some are children, some are married, some are quite far apart. I would say some not really in the Kuching vicinity. So we get together. Pun I guess sometimes it'll be months, but as of late it's been very good. It's been like at least twice in a week, which is healthy.
Yeah.
It's okay. I like it. I wish we were closer, to be honest. Because being in a band is like being in a family.
Correct.
You have the dad, the mom, the whiny child.
You are the?
I'm the youngest one.
Eh, no bagus ambilnya.
Yes. No, actually I'm not. I'm the dad. Yeah, I'm the dad. I whack all of them with words of love. And I also try my best to be very compassionate and have empathy with all of them because handling a situation like being in a band is like a bit like HR lah.
Yeah.
You know, like
and especially this one is like you guys are not musicians full time. You guys have day jobs as
no,
well.
Yeah, we have serious day jobs, guys. We are serious people in life. You know, we don't study music actually. We never studied music. We decided one day to start a band and to just wing it. Macam, hey, do you want to sing in the band? And I go,
Let's see what we
me
can come up with.
sing? Really? Okay.
What you study though? What did you
I
study?
studied architecture.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at me now, Dad. But yeah, all of us, different backgrounds. Engineering lah, IT.
Gideon is with Petros now.
Gideon is with Petros. He's an HR. Farouk is on the
the
TV,
sound man
but the
with
behind the
TVS.
scenes guy with
Yeah.
TVS. Atif is an engineer.
Tiff, yes.
Um,
Can I ask how you guys actually got together?
yes, you may.
Yes, you may.
Yes, you may. I will allow it. Shafiq.
Donkey
I've-
answer.
Donkey answer. Knife to my throat. Shafiq, I knew him since... The longest one I knew in the band is actually Atif, because we went to the same school.
Yeah.
Just like Yusuf.
Yeah, well, me
we
and Atif were
never-
classmates.
They were
Wow.
classmates. They're old people.
What are you trying? How did
Anyway.
they suddenly become this?
I don't know. So
I don't know, Yusuf. Fix your hair. Anyway, Atif...
Yo! I'm not going to say anything, man. I'm not going to say anything.
All right, Vector. Atif actually went to school with me and Yusuf. But we never really said anything because I think we were not... You know how growing up, you don't really...
not in the same clique.
Not in the
lah.
same clique or macam... Oh yeah, I know him, but I don't really have to say anything to him. And that's okay.
Acquaintance.
Yeah. For Shafiq, we went to the same uni, Lim Kok Wing. I think it's around 2011 when I got to know Shafiq. And then Gideon was a weird one. Gideon was because I keep seeing him online on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like people, my friends would know Gideon. I'm like, oh, this guy. But I never really said hi to him until one day when we decided to create the band, or not really create the band, but I was invited by Damai Beach to perform, and they needed a band to play by the sun deck for Rainforest. And that's when I thought about him, because he played the sape. I watched videos of him, but I never said anything to him.
So pretty much like you admired what
I
he did.
admired
lah.
his stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, he looks good. So he might look nice playing next to me, because I don't look really good when I'm on stage. So that was with Gideon. With Farouk, I would say...
Farouk is your age bar, right?
No, he's
ka?
not.
He's
No.
younger ka?
Farouk is younger.
A year younger.
Half
kan?
of the band is younger than me. Oh my goodness. I'm old. Get me my medicine.
Why? Think before you say I old just now. Now you already
Yeah,
fire
it's
yourself
true.
already.
He is
Pas
old.
you.
though. He is very old. By the way. He just doesn't want to
So
admit
then the band got together mutually, or was it
it.
like
No, I had to...
one by one?
Yeah, I had to...
Each member came at
I
a
had
different
to
time.
cowboy rope them in.
So
one
it's
by
pretty
one.
much like you're just trying your luck. Okay.
I was gluing the pieces. Like, yeah.
Ah.
I was finding the puzzles, but I didn't know it was going to work out.
It's
But
gonna stick.
here we
so starting
are.
from there.
starting from there.
Nice.
Titus was the last one in the band.
And that was in the
20,
year
2016.
2016. Now,
2016.
I'm curious about Meruked though. For me, it's the name is beautiful. It sounds like an orchid name.
But what does
you
it
know?
mean, though?
But what does it mean though? Is
Yeah.
it
And
is
from
it,
what language?
is it like a short form of different words combined together? Because that's somehow
Yeah.
that's how people name things
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's very company establishment ideas, like really American, but it's not.
Petros, like that.
Petros, Saradise. No.
So what is Meruked?
Meruked is from the Lunbawang language actually.
Nice.
In its entire form, it means everlasting.
Wow.
in its not entire form.
In its not entire form, awa Meruked, everlasting love.
So beauty.
Yes, it is so the pretty one.
Yeah.
And Gideon came up with the name. He came to me and said, "Oh, can we name this Meruked?" I said no, because I didn't know what it meant. And he's the type that if you say no, he'll just go, okay.
You jump first lah.
We jump first, head
Yeah.
and dive first. And he said, no, but it has a nice meaning. He said, it means forever, selamanya. I'm like, wow.
Ah.
So you're like, okay.
Okay, I
Yay,
turned back.
Very nice.
So yeah, that's how we...
What was your initial name though? What was
Daga.
yeah.
I think we had like a...
What was your idea?
Yeah.
Most importantly,
Oh, we didn't have...
Since
We
you're
didn't
the
have...
only
We
one
didn't have...
here.
We didn't have a name. I think because at the time I still had my my old band South China Sea, and
That's why I saved your name under that.
oh no, very very long time ago.
And then one of your member was also part of another band, right? Myopia or something.
Myopia, that's Atif and Farouk.
Ah.
They were both in the same band. That's why I called them to be in this band. Like, hey, you play guitar, right? Hey, you like the bass, right? you want to play with me tomorrow? And this was like on a Saturday night. We had to audition for Damai Beach at the Sun Deck.
Yeah.
This was Saturday night. I had to call, can you guys come? We're just going to play 2 chords. It's okay. Yeah, that's how we sort of formed the band. Yeah, it was a last minute thing. I was like, just come to my house tomorrow, 11 in the morning. We will write whatever it is we're going to write. And we're going to play that to the guy. I was like, okay. And that's how we came up with the actual first song, 3rd June.
So the name Meruked came later on lah.
The name came way later, like in
Way
like,
later.
like 3 months down the road when we thought like, we just don't want to be a wedding band or a covers band.
Was that for a wedding? Or
It
just
was-
pretty much for
no, it was just for Rainforest. And then there were a few inquiries like, do you guys play weddings? And I stupidly said yes. So we played one wedding in between before the name even came out. So when they said, what do you call? And we just said, Ben Sape.
Ben Tape.
They said, I said, nama ka? Sape niya. Yeah.
So it kept on changing, is
kept
it?
on changing, so changing.
What is your that was like the earlier side of Meruked, and how many shows have you played since then? Do you remember?
At least about 100 plus to 200 shows now.
What is your fondest though? Which one was your favorite? Tell me about something that you know, like
Wow.
during-
Domestically and internationally.
Domestically, I
You've
would
played
say,
both, right?
yeah,
Already,
yeah.
Come on,
Domestically,
man.
I think my favorite would have to be Georgetown in Penang.
Yeah.
Penang Hill, actually.
Tell us about
It
it.
was a place called Curtis Crest. It's on top of a hill, you know, and it's like not a quick journey at all. You have to take like the cable car. From the cable car, you need like a
Bringing instruments and stuff
yeah,
into
yeah.
your cable
We
car.
needed a buggy ride. Basically, it was up a hill. And then when we came there, because we were the only Sarawakians, we had our good friends Salah Borneo with us, but we had like other international acts and just from Taiwan, from Mongolia, from Australia and stuff, right? And then when we played, we had the most crowd.
Wow.
It was crazy because and then we had one uncle who came and he bought our T-shirt. He's like, yeah, I got your T-shirt during Rainforest. I was like, wow.
Oh, wow.
And I was like,
That's a good
where are you from?
feeling.
So I'm from KL, but I came to Penang just to watch you guys.
Oh.
So I'm like,
Nice.
wow, that's crazy.
He came alone?
He came alone. I mean,
Come on, man.
what else would a 57-year-old uncle do on a hot, sunny Saturday?
Apparently listening to Meruked.
Listening to Meruked.
Yeah.
That's what
Listening
you
to
should
YouTube,
do as
perhaps.
well. Don't forget to subscribe. But yeah, that was my fondest memory because that show itself, because we were outsiders, not from Penang and stuff, we had like a few Penang artists.
as
well.
Yeah, but they weren't as receptive of them compared to us. I don't know why, but I think it's because the way we interact with our crowd and also
Crowd engagement.
crowd engagement is one thing. I think some of the songs just relate
Mm.
Yeah.
to them. So we have them coming. We have one, a special shout out to Tat. His name is Tat. He's from Thailand. It was his first time watching us, and then he fell in love with the band. He said that we need to come to Thailand. We need to do stuff with him. And I was like, oh, what do you do? And he said, I'm an architect. I'm like, well,
Why? Why?
We friend.
we friend, archi friend. So we were geeking out at that. And also, I think internationally, we went to Singapore. We did a few numbers there. It was fun also because
How was the crowd there though? Different?
different, very different. Very, I wouldn't say receptive, but they're very curious. They go over, oh, what is this instrument? And we say, oh, the sape. Yeah, yes. And then he came back and said, hey, where can I buy the sape from?
Sape.
Sape. Yeah, where can I buy the sape from Singapore? I'm like, oh, it's not from Singapore. Oh, where does the sape come from? And he tried to, he was very adamant with the sape thing. So that was very memorable for me because I thought it was funny as hell.
Yeah.
And then he came and he said, oh, this sape thing, right? Can I bring it on the flight? It's like, sape. I had to like telling him about the sape, but more of that actually, more of crowd interaction for me rather than playing the shows. Oop.
Why?
Very loud noise there.
Oh, saya
Very
si
interesting.
masuk
Si
mikrofon.
Sorry.
Bilik ini kedap bunyi.
Kedap bunyi.
Yeah.
But,
Okay,
yeah.
why you have more to tell?
I think just maybe this one time.
The international one there? The
Um,
fondest one?
fondest one.
How do you, I was like, you know, because AMC, I go on stage as well, and I know what it feels like if there's not too many people, or like there's a lot of crowds and all that. How do you like maneuver that? Let's say, macam, the crowd is pretty much like not even engaging. You know, the one that just look at you. So you kind of like don't know if they're enjoying this, if they're like just in awe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, good question. Because I think for the most part, we've never had that
Ah.
happen to us
So far.
so far.
Well done.
I think it's just because of how we interact, but also how the music speaks for itself. Because for the most part, the music is instrumental, but when it comes to the singing parts or the chanting, because we have a good chanting, they kind of like that. They kind of
I
like
love that, to be
they
honest.
kind of love the whole vibe of just being together, and the call and response between the performer and I guess the audience is something very special. And yeah, but to answer Yusuf, I think internationally was just Singapore for me. That's the most rewarding feeling, just to be able to get out of Malaysia. Even if it is just Singapore, but I am planning on bringing the boys out to other countries such as Japan and Korea. So I want us to keep writing more to expand, because we have invites, but like I want us to come with a full artillery, you know?
More materials
stuff,
lah.
more stuff first before we head out. But yeah, that's it for now.
What are the struggles of, you guys are independent?
Very independent.
Yeah, what are the struggles of that?
Self-funded?
Self-funded, everything from recording to distributing, publishing, finding shows, even wardrobe is an issue. Yeah, wardrobe. I mean, you would know.
Yeah.
Being in entertainment, it's not so great, guys. You know, if anyone
I mean,
wants to donate
if you're
their
a big
clothes to
name,
me,
then probably you'll get
probably.
Yeah.
brands
But
to, you know,
being as you
come up
know
with a
how we
deal
are
with
from
you.
Kuching or
Uh-uh.
in Sarawak itself, it's just not a thing here, and having to be to stand out on what you wear and stuff. They just know, oh, he probably does music, or he probably is an artist because of how
Yeah.
you dress. Because that's what I got when I walked in here earlier. "Kita artis?" I said, no.
What?
Yeah, I was just here. They I parked down there. Then they,
Well,
artist.
you have the best outfit because of your hair.
it's just the hair.
Yeah.
Kita artis kan? They came in there. I should have just said,
Afiq has the same hair,
Yeah.
but he doesn't let his hair out. That's the problem. That's why people don't ask kita artis ka. But
That's
Tapi
true.
Afiq
People
lah
in generally
artis.
already
are.
Producer memang.
Afiq-
yeah,
people
already
know.
known.
Out of all of us, our producer is the most famous one.
Yes.
our producer who is behind screen is
Lakak sikit malu indah Afiq. Shy.
He's very shy. He's right there in the corner, singing and smiling. So there you go.
Bohlah cerita bulat kau cerita.
I'm sorry.
Okay, before we go further in and discuss about I want to get both of your reactions. Sebagai selingan,
What is selingan?
this selingan is like a filler lah.
Okay.
Segway.
No,
Segway.
segue.
Yeah.
Yeah, segue. Filler pula.
Filler.
Because I want to present to you as a journalist. I will stay true to my
Character.
job.
Yeah, what's
I
up?
want you guys to react on certain things that I think is a highlight for this week. Akira Toriyama, the comic writer for Dragon Ball, passed away.
That is my first love. Dragon Ball. I had the #1 comic up to, well, the ones available in my house was only 43. I'm missing a few.
Oh,
But
I had a
Dragon Ball
full
is
set.
one of my favorite. It's
Very
that's-
readable.
That's the whole reason why I keep my money once a month. We didn't have all these
Yeah,
Netflix
we didn't have
back
all these
then.
access,
It all
yeah.
came in the form of comics, and I only had a few. I had Archie comics, I had Dragon Ball, I had anak-anak Sidek.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Nasi
my
dia.
goodness. I love those
anak-anak
as well.
Sidek and Shin-chan, Doraemon. These 5 I need to have.
Live, all check. And then I also have that Padang Pahlawan thingy. It was because of my uncles.
Yeah.
They're
You know what?
big fans of comics.
Because of Akira Toriyama and Dragon Ball, it also nurtured my love for comics in Malay. Remember Dragon Ball was
yes,
Mutiara
yes,
Naga.
yes.
Mutiara Naga.
Yeah,
Yes,
Mutiara
yes.
Naga.
Oh my god, Mutiara Naga, it's called.
I'm like, wow, what a nice name.
Right?
Yeah, it just felt right.
Yeah.
It just felt really nice to have to read a comic in Malay.
Yeah.
So for my early years, I thought Dragon Ball was Malaysian. Oh, Goku
Didn't
tu
know,
orang
right?
Melayu tu sebenarnya. He just looks really cool. The M in Majin Buu is Muhammad. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Did you really think that?
Yeah, so when I grew up, I'm like, oh, they're Chinese now. And then until I was 8, like, Japanese.
What's your favorite character in Dragon Ball?
Majin Buu.
Majin Buu. That
Majin
villain.
Buu.
You?
Mika. Gohan. Although he's not, he had an arc, like
Yeah.
just
had
an
a
arc,
very-
and then he died.
Yeah.
like the character
The
died.
character died.
Kesian Mbak Gohan.
Kan?
That's true.
Goteng.
Goten had a long arc, which is great.
Yeah, he's so
Awesome.
cute. I actually love all of them lah, you know.
Gabung the earrings,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
earrings was Vegeta.
Zoom,
and,
tiga, zoom.
Went in. Zoom.
yeah,
It'll
but
be-
Goten and Trunks, they didn't use
Earrings?
earrings, kan?
No, there was Goku and
Then
Yeah,
Goku and
Goku.
Vegeta.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the deal with them separated again? If the earring pecah kah?
If the
I forgot.
pecah and then if they like they pull it aside or something.
Yeah.
You know what is so funny? Like last time when I was younger, and people ask me like, "Who's your crush?" and all this, and mine is like
Trunks.
Trunks.
Yeah.
And then other people were saying
That's
like
true. That's true.
like
actually.
human characters, and I'm like Trunks.
Trunks.
Who is Trunks? From Dragon Ball. Do you not see his hair? And it's like same Nick Carter hair that they had.
He was very
Macho.
Backstreet Boys
Yeah.
pun
Ah,
dengan pedang
that era,
lagi.
yeah, because out of all the
And then-
characters, he's the most steady one.
And then his jacket crop top.
He had
Your
the
style, bro.
Yeah,
he had the Y2K Tash look right now with the 90s
except for the M hair.
belah tengah hair and it's purple some more.
Probably if you were a guy, man, you would keep that hair until now,
Yeah,
bro.
when I was a kid, I was like, holy shit,
That
Trump's
hair was so cool.
He is
was
the
so sick.
coolest.
Yeah, and then look at me now, I'm Mr. Satan. You know, so like,
Mr. Satan, I love
Pathetic
him.
character, but he's so funny, man.
Yeah.
He has the guts to challenge everyone.
Everyone.
honestly.
But there's so much things taught
that
in
is
comics,
true.
you know? Like Mr. Satan is pretty much like this pretentious person that thinks he can fight. It's all like all talk.
Who's the anak again? Cici, right?
Cici.
Cici nah.
No,
Bini
not Chi-
Goku.
no,
no,
not Chichi.
bukan
Not
kah?
Cici.
Bulma.
No, 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 no.
No.
Wait, who?
No, that his granddaughter was Pan.
Oh, that is so cute. He
Pan.
was so
Betul
cute.
lah,
also,
Cici is
No, Chichi is
Bukan Cici Bini
daughter.
Chichi is
Daughter.
Bini.
yeah, Chichi is Goku's wife.
Bini.
Yeah, lah, Goku's wife.
Then
lah.
how did Pan
I
wait.
forgot her name.
Gohan's wife was
Bulma?
Satan's.
No, yeah.
Gohan's wife was
It's Satan's
Satan's.
wife. I forgot her name.
Android 18?
No,
No,
Android.
Android 18 is
got
Vegeta.
married to
Krillin.
Krillin.
Kurin.
Kurin. Oh.
Kurilin.
Ah,
Kurilin.
This whole podcast suddenly become
Piccolo.
like
Yeah.
The
Who's the best villain?
I thought Majin Buu.
I love
I
Cell.
love Majin Buu.
I love Cell. Cell is very transformative.
But okay, there
His concept
there
is
needs
very
to
good.
be a pretty much a big shout out for Frieza, like, because
Yes.
the moment when Goku went gold, I was like, I'm gonna be gold tomorrow. I told my mom I want the hair. We go to the saloon right now. I want the hair. It was just so hard.
and you
Not
did?
with this. Not with this hair.
Best Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 3
Best
for me. Long.
best one.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know.
Best
I
that was
think
outrageous.
it's so hard to find the best because every single comic book, there's like awesome stuff every single
I think
episode.
for me was when Gohan turned Super Saiyan 2. It was so sad because Goku died already.
Yeah.
And he came back and did the whole Kamehameha against Cell.
What's the name
Then
of
his dad came
the
back.
Chiki Aki? The Chiki grandpa?
Oh,
He was also one of my favorite characters.
the Turtle Master.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Then the Kenjawan, the one
wait.
every time this
Something-
old man, every time he sees girl, there will be hearts.
Yama.
Some Kame apa?
Kame.
Ah, Kame. Okay, next
Okay,
question.
so that's Akira Toriyama. Rest in
Oh,
peace,
no, rest in
mister.
peace.
Thank you for
Rest
Thank
in
you for
power,
all the
giving us
legend.
memories
good
and
memories.
childhoods.
Comic, not just animation, but comic.
Arigato.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Arigato.
Arigato, Akira-san.
Okay, next one is this is just a little update. The war is going on, conflict, genocide, I would say. Casualty currently stands at 30,878. This live casualty. Injured is around 72,000. Yes, the attack is ongoing. That's just a little update for you all. And then something very interesting that we've found out this week
Right.
was Kyrgyzstan, a town, a state in China. They live in the mountains, you know.
Yeah.
But because of the global warming, so there's less water because water flows down
Correct.
from the mountains. So they have less water. Now, during the winter, they construct glaciers and it will last them for a whole season.
Like human made? What?
Yeah, they have to. They
Man-made
make, and
glaciers.
each the glacier can be used as ice, and when it melts, it
Become
supplies
water.
them water. So it's-
Drinkable water? you
Yes,
mean?
yes,
Okay.
yes. So that's smart. And then guess how much it costs each.
in ringgit, I would say
No,
about
dollars lah.
in
Susah want to convert this.
I rather you tell me. How I know
Guess
ba?
lah. Around what?
$1.20.
Cannot be lah.
in ringgit.
Is it billions or millions?
in ringgit?
No,
It will be like
per
in ring-
each.
in
Per
ringgit,
each.
It's in thousands. Go.
In
It's
thousands.
in the thousands.
8,000.
You?
3.5.
6,200.
Can I use it?
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's crazy.
people are. I mean, this method has been used since 2014,
Okay.
but it's more practical now because of the global warming.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean that's how sad the Earth is
Situation,
now.
climate change.
Yeah, people have to create glaciers, but when back then these things
Natural.
are natural. You know, so that's sad. And also one more thing I would like to highlight here is Hanoi on Tuesday was dubbed the most polluted city in the world, and their air pollution. You know how there's an indication
API?
of the API thingy,
Index.
Air pollution index.
But WHO uses another term, and their indicator, their worst indicator, for example, are very unhealthy. Yeah, the situation in Hanoi is 25 times worse than the highest threshold of
Yeah, but what
very
caused that
unhealthy.
though? Was it fire?
Overpopulation.
Was it a one-time
overpopulation,
thing that, you know, something tragic happened because like an open fire or
It's
stuff
always-
like that? Or it's just an ongoing thing that...
There's too much cars. There's too much factories. It's just a lot of that. And Hanoi has been always. I wouldn't say they are crowned this because it's not bad. It's not a good thing for you to be crowned as, but Hanoi is one of those cities that is always so polluted because it's so overly populated.
Yeah. And
so,
that's pretty much
yeah.
the result of that though. You know, when you
Yeah.
got a lot of people, a lot of cars.
Very very you know thick smoke, very thick at the yellowish already. It's
Yeah.
up to that point. So I don't know how they go about their lives over there lah. But hopefully you guys stay healthy
yeah.
and wear face mask lah. Some of the women because women are more concerned. I don't know lah. I wouldn't say women or men lah, but I think ladies are more concerned about their skin. You know, when they come home, their skin will feel itchy.
Right.
Like that. That's how bad the air is. So yeah, and one more.
Yeah.
What happened recently? Carpenter Street, bro.
I was on it. Like yesterday when I
Yeah.
saw that, my heart broke. I grew up in the Carpenter Street. That was where my kampong is, my Chinese side. You know the street shop, the burger? That's where I was staying. Yeah.
High Street?
Huh?
U High?
You High Street. You know
U
the
High, yeah.
Abang Burgers at
Yep,
Waterfront?
Yep.
That whole stretch, the first one,
Right.
that was literally where I went. That's my
Pretty
grandfather's furniture shop. He was a carpenter. So I grew up around that area. If I go to school in St. Mary's, I had like this auntie walk me to St. Mary's. No, that time Tadika. St. Thomas. Tadika St. Thomas. So they walk us there. So yesterday, about
One-
5
Huh?
shops
Oh.
were burned down.
No, it occurred at one something.
Huh?
One something.
I think he thought that you said it was 5 in the morning.
5
or
shops.
5 shops
5
Yeah.
happened at 1 p.m. something.
5 shops around 1 p.m. So
It was two information going to you directly.
Oh,
One
okay.
time.
Yeah. So
Go ahead,
confused.
Isha.
Yeah, sorry, I was just a bit distracted. Like from the world news, we go back to Kuching, you know. So yeah, and that was quite sad. But luckily, nobody got injured, and an auntie and her dog got out safe. But this is a very historical
Area.
street. This is
Yes.
one of the oldest shops.
Iconic.
You know, for those of you who have been to Kuching, I'm pretty sure you have seen it, or you can Google it right now. These foundations, the shops, it is so old. The foundation basically rangkanya is all kayu ba. So when I saw that one shop, which is I think it's my friend's furniture shop, it burned down like so easy. It's crazy. And the rumor was it started from a car. And is it true?
yeah, that's what I read.
Yeah.
Well, me, I mean,
You're the reporter among both of us. Yeah.
I mean, I have the information, but what I have it might not be. Some information might be held because they're still investigating. things,
Correct.
bah.
Yeah.
So what I can say from the report, 2 shop houses 100% gone.
Yeah.
2 50% gone. 1 30% gone.
And one car all gone.
But it looks like ruin
Tragic.
lah.
Yeah.
Tragically, it's so sad.
I mean,
Like like you have beautiful face and then like scar like that very
Yeah.
big.
But I hope that
Wonder.
right now, like the authorities actually like make it much more. How to say? They actually tell all these shopkeepers like check out your wiring.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because these are like so dangerous. It's so fast. We're just lucky like we only fall because it could just imagine yesterday it wasn't raining though because yesterday it was
Right.
drizzling. Imagine if we like so hot, how fast would it spread?
Could I just chime in? I think
Sure.
it's about time that the government or the state could look into making Kapita
Proposal.
Street, Kapita Street a car-free zone.
Yeah, I would love
Because
to
it's
walk.
such an iconic space.
They did that in Siniawan.
And that's the
That's
whole
the
reason
thing,
why
yeah.
the Bombas couldn't, they were a little bit late because they couldn't even access the
Maneuver,
road.
they couldn't maneuver.
They were like car parked left and right.
Yeah.
And when people see fire, of course, like, they also concerned. A lot of people also want to save their things and all that. Of course, they double park,
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Well,
like you said,
Yeah.
A carless-
Do you think people will
Car-free.
be receptive of that?
I think Kuching needs to be more of a walkable city than
Yes.
because
I mean, I totally agree.
we have been labeled a city of unity, but unity against what foremost? But like also this is
Well-
like a culture of going back to the old days of our forefathers where there were no cars and we used to just go around and walk and just be a bit more, not reliant on this sort of technology because it is such an ancient piece of history and architecture that's been left in Kuching. And just seeing this getting caught on fire because of a car further cements the whole idea of it because I think this thing could have been avoided. Obviously, no one wants this to happen.
Yeah.
But because this has happened now, I think, okay,
I mean,
what's the best way we can move forward with
Main
it,
Bazaar
right?
also got one time caught fire also. The one dekat back then was one India Street kan?
India Street.
Yeah.
India Street, the one in
India
right
Yeah.
opposite waterfront.
Yeah.
that was like 2012, right?
Yeah.
But right now India Street is walkable bah.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
something like
So
that.
I don't see
Or
a
maybe
problem.
like what we discussed earlier, like 6 p.m. start to
Cut
close the
off,
road. Because
yeah,
Singapore does that as well. There are like some
Yeah.
streets.
I just,
At 6, they just start blocking the roads
Yeah.
and the chairs start coming.
It gives a nice perspective, especially to those who are visiting Kuching. We have like our own Jonker walk, like in Melaka.
Yeah.
Well, I honestly think what you proposed is a great idea, but maybe there was an idea. I'm not trying to defend the government.
I mean, that
whatever,
happens
I'm pretty
during the
sure
Mooncake
they have-
Festival.
Yeah,
We
of
have the
course.
Mooncake Festival as well.
I'm not trying to defend them, but maybe this idea was, proposed before, but
course,
maybe the
definitely.
people there disagree with it.
that's true, that's true.
Maybe there's a bunch of
A
things.
lot of internal things that we may or may not know of. But I just think going back to the roots of having a car-free Kapita Street is so nice.
Yeah.
Because we are in a generation where the carpenters, the blacksmiths, the tinsmiths they're aging.
Yeah.
And we don't have a new generation of these people. And to celebrate them by coming back to their roots, which was a carless street and having more color in terms of tourism, you get nice nightlife as well, which I don't think we have much in Kapita
And
Street.
if it's colorless, they could even put extra stalls outside.
Oh, of
Food
course.
is not a
Yeah, like
problem
I
at
said,
all.
Siniawan. You've
Yeah.
been to Siniawan,
Yeah.
right? And their stretch of road, the width of the road is bigger than Carpenter Street. And I think
Breathable areas,
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, tragic news.
It's 5 shop houses. We hope the families affected will be able to get through this with a
Yeah, bounce
strong
back,
faith.
bounce back.
Sending all the love to you.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope they get compensated for something
do.
because it's an old area, Insurance ada kah, this kind of thing.
Fire
Is it
insurance?
covered? Got kah?
I don't know.
Maybe.
man.
We don't know.
You don't know.
Because some of it is actually where they live. Like some,
These buildings are personally owned kan?
Yes.
Privately
Yeah.
owned
Yeah,
kan?
privately
Not
owned,
not like macam maybe this building has its own insurance because it's owned by a
you can ask our fix is right
company.
there.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
an belonging, belonging, like a hand-me-down from your
Ah.
ancestors. So,
So it's a big question there. I hope, the families will get through this very well.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were speaking about the nightlife just now, huh?
Yeah, what do you think
Nightlife.
about the nightlife in Kuching? I mean,
You
let's
guys,
discuss it.
Yeah,
Let's
you-
talk about it, baby.
y'all were nightlifers.
Don't
before
lie.
this.
You were there too.
I was just
No need, no
a
need.
phase
You were
of my
no
life.
Need,
a
no
phase. Yeah. How often do you see me there?
All the time.
No, don't lie to me, girl.
All the time.
Don't lie to me.
And then he would be the one like, let's go dance. Let's go dance. And he starts busting a move.
No, you can ask. how many times you've seen me there?
Both of us agree, bah.
Too many times.
Too many
I
times.
swear to
No!
Too many times.
No!
And he would be like all dressed up.
Dressed up.
Oh, you're there? Aku mandi dulu lah.
You for real, bro. For real, man. Okay, whatever lah.
Okay, let's go back to the topic.
Okay,
so,
but what? Okay,
Let's
before
rewind
we
the
recorded,
clock here. Yeah,
before
rewind the
we
clock.
went on the podcast, what Tasha and Ashraf lah basically said the nightlife in Kuching is basically non-existent. Even Miri has better nightlife. Why do you think so?
I think Miri is sort of like the JB of the East, the Johor Bahru of the East. You have
JB
like
of the East.
Bruneians coming into
Perfect.
Miri. It's like Singaporeans going to JB. They take our food and our culture. Hey, no, I didn't mean that. I don't know. But I love.
No, you
I do
will
love.
say,
I do
I
love.
didn't listen to what he says now.
Just
I
say,
do love-
just saying.
Just saying, but no,
Yeah.
I do love the culture of having mixed international crowd in Miri and stuff like that. I'm just saying it's because of Kuching's geographical location. We're pretty much
At
a
the
little
butt.
bit off. Yeah, we're at the butt of the state, even though we are the capital city of the state. But it seems like we are so far off in terms of entertainment and the nightlife. I mean, there is nightlife. I'm not saying it's non-existent. I just feel it's a little bit lukewarm. Doesn't feel like a burning pot of like, ooh, this is where we should go. Not
Yeah.
like a potato head in
Yeah.
Bali. that kind
I'm
of
pretty
stuff.
sure you're talking because you see its potential.
I do.
Yeah,
yes,
you
I
see,
do.
I do as well. I see like even waterfront
And-
very differently
A
actually.
disclaimer as well. It's
Yeah.
not because we are party animals, but I just feel it's also part tourism. You know, we have this like very nice infrastructure right now.
We have it
currently.
already.
We have it already, but it's just for some reason nyasi sampai.
Well, then why do you think it sits sampai? Is it because of people, Kuching people are no longer, they don't want to party anymore?
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
where-
I can
or
sound
did
like
these party people already retired
I can
already?
sound like that guy who goes like, oh, time kami on dulu. Contoh
yeah.
biasa.
Yeah.
Or the cousinku besagi kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy. But I think it's just because during our time when things were booming up, everyone was probably on like level 1 and everyone just rose up together. Like you had Star Cineplex, remember that?
Yeah.
Star Cineplex, and you had a la carte.
Yeah.
Right? And then you had like the bar scene in town. You had Piccadilly's. You
Grappa,
had
Mojo.
I have never
Senso.
been to those.
Discovery.
Yes.
Never.
These kind of places, they actually
That's
Birth-
where I first met you.
I met you at Gawing, Ji.
Kanto.
That's where
there
they
you
went to
go.
Gawing. You
There you
I
that's
go.
what
can
I
tell
mean.
you, I met you
Resident.
at Gawing.
There you go.
All this
Resident
Piccadilly, all this,
Gawing.
this, I've never been because I don't know where they are actually located at. So you don't say, I tell you.
But yeah, coming back to that, I think because there's a place called Monster's Tongue. Monster
Oh,
Tongue.
that one is notorious because
Yes.
it's the one that opens the latest.
Correct. And in 2008, when I was 15, PMR just finished. That's where I played my first gig in a band. Like, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, nice.
we were doing the Strokes and Arctic Monkeys there. Ding, ding, ding. It was really bad, by the way. But
Battle of the Band?
no, it was sort of like
Talent show.
something like that. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
so bad. How do you let in underage kids to a bar? Do not do this, by the way, children who are watching.
And you think they're gonna listen to you? You
Of course.
you didn't listen.
We
I
paid
mean,
for that though. Did they pay
I
you?
paid for that. I paid to
You
play.
paid for it?
Yeah, you had to pay
You
to
paid?
play. Yeah, you had to pay to play because.
Or in order to join the contest.
I
kind
think
of
it was
thing
like
lah.
a battle of the band. Sorry, now that I remember, you had to pay 30 ringgit per band to join in, and you win like around 300. Like, okay, so the plan was like, okay, we lose 30 ringgit, but we get 270, guys. Who doesn't want it? So we didn't win. But we didn't win, and we felt flat because my guitar string putus.
Oh,
And I was just like, how do I play the... You can't do that now because the string's gone, right? I wasn't creative enough to find the other key. So I was like, my string putus. Yeah, so I hum with my mouth. It was the Arctic Monkeys song now. Yeah.
Pucheta.
Wichita, okay, never
But
mind.
my first ever Battle of the Band was the Rexona Band Quest at Inti College.
Oh my
This
goodness.
was when ROTTW, Abang Rom came
Bang Rom,
over.
Bang Rom.
And it's so funny because I'm not a musician. I don't even know how to play instruments. But our vocalist said that, yeah, let me teach you just a few keys. So it's like, it's just that, And then so we just played. But our vocalist somehow when he started, he sang, and then halfway he's like, can we start again? Can we start again? And then I saw like our bassist, he wasn't happy. I was new to this. So I'm like, what's going on? What's going on?
Did he
Yeah.
lose it?
Huh?
Did he lose it?
I don't know. We didn't win. I couldn't remember. It's like so.
You
way
played
back.
in a band?
Yeah, I was just like a
goodness.
few chords that I was listening to. It was an interesting experience because back then, Battle of the Bands, I still have those passes. It was happening
It was-
all over Kuching. I mean, it's not all over Kuching. Like, it happened mostly like in 3 months, kali, and all that.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
we had all different sorts of groups. You've got the skinheads, you've got the
Yeah.
metal, you've got
The
the
indie kids.
yeah. And
That's so nice.
that's
so
how I
cool.
get to know a lot of people
true.
actually
That's
until today. That's how I got to know all these. You learn different type of music as well, and it was such a
colorful period. That's how I was how I
Yeah.
would put it. When I said we didn't have a nightlife, I meant in that form. It was more colorful back then. Like
So it wasn't just a club. It was
wasn't
just
just
it wasn't
one
a
lot
club
of
at all.
things.
No.
That
No,
was,
yeah,
No,
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Now it's just like
yeah, now
clubs,
sadly it's
right?
been, when you say like being a nightlife, it means going to the club.
Yeah.
But back then when you said had nightlife, we had like Hits Invasion. Remember that?
Yeah.
My
We
gosh.
had Hits Invasion. We had like Twisties, Bingit, and they were like all of this. Yeah, and I even remember. And I think our producer knows this. There was a thing called Tweet Up Kuching.
yeah, I was
That's
there.
how I met most of these people right in this
Yeah,
room.
I
Tweet
slapped
out.
I slapped Kiyoshi with a fish or something, and then we had the crocodile event because
Oh man,
yeah.
bring back those events honestly because benda macam ya, it makes Kuching. It has a certain
But
resemblance.
don't you think that
So
we've
what-
done that already? We've got what about Kuching? We've got Seni Kita.
we do?
Yeah.
Do you what's the
What
difference?
about Kuching is like 1 month?
Yeah, I mean, like, what, like, I'm trying to understand what you mean because, like, back then we had not what we have now though. Like now we kind of have a lot.
We have.
Yeah.
We do have.
Yeah.
We do have. a
Don't you
lot.
think it's our generation that's not going out?
Yeah.
Do you think
it-
that? I feel
feel
like
that.
it's that.
It's a bit of that,
Mm-hmm.
and, but also when I meet,
Bitka.
I mean, not for me.
No, because last time we were kids, we have time, we have all the drive, we have all the motivation and energy. Now we're all working, ba. We want to cari duit untuk masuk poket makan hari-hari,
Or is
ba.
it maybe we don't know about these events?
maybe, but then again, it goes back to my question. That these are all great events,
Mm-hmm.
but what actually happens at night? Yeah,
okay.
not a lot, to be honest, because even tempat macam kedai makan closes at 8 or 9.
Yeah,
And
everybody's
I'm just like,
following the-
I'm hungry at 9:01. So like, where do I go when it's 9:01? I mean, there are a few
901
shops,
kitchen
but-
closed already, bro.
Yeah, 9:01 dah lap meja dah.
No,
Sorry
the
ah.
worst one is when they say the opening hours is so and so, but then kulapan or kitchen closed already.
So some places I feel it's a bit like okay, off tangent because you say you're gonna close at 10, but by 8:30 you're already wiping everything. So I feel like that's a bit of a downer. If if having a nightlife doesn't mean that I want to go and party all the time. Maybe I want to go sit somewhere, have a cup of coffee, do like what Bing is doing. you know?
Yeah.
So more of that.
Shout
more
out to Big.
Shout out to Bing. I love your chai.
Yeah. Shout out to one time that when my dad said, I told my dad I went to Bing. My dad thought it was a bar. Because that was that was 2007 for you. Yeah, maybe pergi Bing. Sini Bing tu. Orang jual hakka. Said dah. Coffee. It was coffee. That was my dad in 2007.
Well, they confused it to
I was
Marcy.
grounded for 2 weeks because I went to Bing. Because I ingat dia
Astaga.
bar. Ya, nak play. Oh, your coffee.
This is Jaya.
There, he did not buy into the fact. But yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe because like we experienced certain stuff during our time that we had like high expectation. Like yesterday, I was actually going through YouTube just trying to see what Kuching or Sarawak is through other people's eyes. So I went through a couple of vlogs. Rare TV, you guys are amazing. I love
Rare
what you
TV.
did. It's not about Kuching, it was about Long San and the Three Sisters. You guys are
Awesome.
freaking amazing.
Awesome.
Like big subscriber fan right here. And also Maya's travel. This guy, his parents are originally from Pakistan, but they moved to the US. So he came over to Kuching. And one thing I like about him is that he doesn't look up all these touristy places. So what he did was like he just goes with the flow, comes down area Kopikatsia. He went down and said, hey, what's up? This is Kuching, and he just records his entire journey. And you're expecting it, like he's talking to kids and everybody's directing him to the Borneo Museum, right? But along the way, he just jalan. Sini ya pergi. He went to the masjid. that pink masjid there. So he went to check out, and then he went to that shop. The sini nama cilantro dulu ya.
Oh,
What is it?
this one. Arif Hotel.
Yeah, that area kan ada kedai kecil-kecil saja.
All the small kedai.
All the small kedai, and he just walked in, and he just,
Awesome.
I think that auntie's name, the shop's name's like Bibi. Bibi something, and he went there. He just asked the locals, "What is it?" And literally, the conversation was so cute because he was speaking English, and then the auntie orang kelakar Melayu, gigi doi get ya, but cute, and it's so cute.
It's me and Usup in 10 years.
Usup je kena. So like, it's so refreshing to see vloggers like him as well, because he doesn't just go to all the main attractions. So he actually talked to orang left and right, and his whatever he said was literally that Kuching is the friendliest place that he has ever been to.
Right.
And I'm so proud of that.
I think it's time for you to write lyrics based on your stories.
Sure.
Your life stories. I bet you went through some heartbreaks. Come on, man.
Oh,
Tell us more about that.
Tons.
What's the worst heartbreak and a singer? A singer would have a really bad heartbreak.
And what was the song that you made after that?
Heartbreak?
Got or not?
I wouldn't say was because of people who I dated, but maybe it's gonna be very sad news. So insert sad music here, lah. Probably because when I found out that my mom was sick, so I wrote a song called Avery, and that was with my previous band, South China Sea. And I wrote that for my mom the day I found out she had cancer, and the day she passed on was also very sad because it was my sister's birthday. So it resonated very strong with me, that song. I think that's the biggest heartache I've ever felt. It's still here, I think, but it won't go away. But I like how heartbreak or heartache makes us stronger, just fonder. As a lyricist, it opened me up to be a bit more sensitive towards people, because you always go through stuff like, why is this guy in the office today, and why is he so like moody and grumpy? But you never know what this person is going through. But so having to realize that at a relatively young age, I would say I was 25 then. I was very, how do I say this, happy-go-lucky. I don't really care what happens in the world until it hits you.
Yeah.
And that reality train just bangs you in the face, and you're like, whoa. You just wake up and your head feels really heavy.
It humbles you instantly.
It humbles you and creates a sort of like, okay,
Makes you a person.
from
Makes you
now
human.
on, I'm going to do this and that. So that's the kind of thing that affects me in my writing, I would say.
But do you think that that's like a really nice therapeutic session for you?
I
as
call
well?
it romance. That's my kind of romance. There's a violence, but also this distortion equates to romance in how you write music, because sometimes you don't without realizing it, a song is so powerful, regardless of the language.
Yeah.
That wherever you play it around the world,
They resonate. It
yeah,
resonates.
1 out of 10 in one room. If one person just comes to me and go like, I really like that song. That's like currency for me. That's my Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And yeah, nothing really beats that feeling right now as a songwriter. But yeah, that's how I would describe my heartache and heartbreak. Not really more on girls, because I'm pretty happy with my relationship currently.
Currently, but back then,
No,
have you
cares about back
ever
then?
pulled a Taylor Swift?
what's the Taylor Swift?
Writing about
Your love lah.
writing about all
Ex.
Ex, okay.
No, I wasn't so bitter. No.
I wasn't so
Yeah,
bitter.
they were pretty boring, to be honest, as well. So they didn't have much character for me to write on.
Oh.
I'm just like, why should I give you more, attention via lyrics? I shouldn't give you anything. Here's my fart. Send email. Hate
No
mail
need
lah.
lah, yo.
Oh, that was in my head again. Sorry,
Yeah.
it never happened. Yeah, but no, I don't resent the people who I dated. I do apologize if I have hurt people in the past. I'm not that kind of person at all anymore. But I think
It's just
yeah,
phases, I
it's
guess.
just phases. Yeah,
Yeah,
phases.
it's like stages in life where you get to learn
I
what
never did a
love
Taylor Swift.
is, you know?
Same, yeah.
Because if you don't go through all this, sometimes when I look back in like how I used to be in relationships and all that, as you get older, then you realize what actually is love.
Yeah,
You know, because
sangat.
when you're younger, you thought whatever they say when you say I love you, it means love already, but it's not. You know, it's not that simple.
And then growing up, Yusuf and I are from the same generation where we were the MSN kids.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh
see,
my
you see,
goodness.
he just blurred up because he knows it's true. And being an MSN, we've all been there. Like
Ding, ding, ding.
there was that one person who you really want to talk to. Oh, you're online. Da-da-da. So as a 13-year-old, I always felt this feels very fabricated. Like dating is like so technological now with the MSN thing. So I think that's why I don't really have an attachment to having heartache or heartbreaks in that manner.
So would you think that you right now is the love that you are looking for?
It
Now that you are, you said that you are currently in
Yeah,
good terms
it
with
is.
what you have now.
It is the most natural relationship that I have, the most organic, the most sipulu paksa kind of relationship, which I really like. You don't have to force it, and it's sort of like you found a safe space, safe house kind of. Dalam game, that's where you save your game. Prince of Persia, cuci muka, save game. Remember
Those,
that? Yeah.
Prince of Persia and the Resident Evil,
Resident
where
Evil.
the safe room where
You
you,
have to
store
find
all
the
your
tape.
stuff.
Yep. Yeah. So
That's good, that's
you
good,
need
that's
to
good,
find
that's
that
good.
person in your life.
That's good.
And you'll be
Okay.
happier. So yeah.
All right, I guess let's go back to Meruked, man.
Marie
Any
Kondo.
plans for Meruked from here on out?
What?
Yes, sell satay.
Sell satay.
Satay.
While you guys perform?
Why not, right?
Some
Meruked
sedap
satay. Maybe write a little bit more songs, in my opinion, because I want us to tour. I want us to be a bit more active, violently active, if can, because I feel the
Will you have the time to be violently active?
I am violently active. That's why I'm here. I guess why I say this is like,
Directly calling out the other
Yeah.
members.
"Oh, guys, but no, I love all them.
I would like to know, like, out of all, like, there's like 6 of you guys. Can you tell me, like, what do you love about each and every one of them? Like, what's their special power?
When we switch on, it just doesn't switch off. So meaning, when we're in a room, 6 of us, and we have an idea,
Yeah.
we just click. For some reason, it works.
Yeah.
It's like this weird magic. It's like an AI tool. When you press, everything is done already.
Yeah.
The help of AI. That's in Gen Z terms, but
Yeah.
I guess for us, it's just clockwork. Like when we come in, I know what to play. He knows what to do. And sometimes if we're stuck on an idea, they go for a sick break, then they come back. Semua okay.
So it's basically, you guys
For some reason, it works. I don't know how it works.
Do you think all of you guys are like, you have to be like-minded?
No.
No?
I like it when we don't have the same ideas because that creates interaction,
And that creates distortion.
distortion, and that is how we become like-minded people. So it has to go through a rough phase of like,
Nice.
yes, no.
Yeah.
You have to learn to say no before you say yes first.
True.
And saying no isn't always a bad thing. Yes.
So can you describe their superpowers per se? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Generic gila jawapan.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm asking you.
superpower.
No need. We
What
want.
what's it? What
What
is
is-
Gideon's specialty in the band? What do they bring into the band?
I mean, you say you're
Yeah,
the
okay.
glue
Show
guy.
lah how much
Sup-
you love them. I want
super
to
sexy. But also
don't sexualize him like intellectually,
super
musically
masculine. Super masculine.
Okay, accept Tasha. That's what he thinks. Okay, accept.
accept.
Accept. No, Gideon would probably be the brains behind most of the things. So I would say he's the super thinker. Like he would think all the time. Will this be good? Will this be not good?
So he's a critical thinker.
Critical thinker, but also it's his weakness because then he doesn't play anything until he thinks it's right.
Tu terlalu
Oh,
hyper-focus
perfectionist
gila.
Perfectionist.
kan?
He is a
Ah,
perfectionist.
hyper-focus.
Farouk, I would say, is the dreamer, but also he's the visionary. A bit like what I do as well. Like we can sort of have this same idea. And then when we finish playing, we're like, oh, that's what I thought. Yeah. So we have that. Shafiq is the anchor, I would say, because
Anchor.
the music video that we shot, everything was by him.
Wow.
It was just 1, 2, 3 of them. And Shafiq is the director, also the talent. So that was crazy. Sebab lelah, it's tiring. So sort of the anchor. Atip, I would say, sort of the gear, because he is the only one who has kids in the band. So he's a dad. And being a dad, he would know. Like it's not easy at all balancing all of this. So
But he's a
so-
wise
A lot of
one.
people
He's sort of the
give up-
fulcrum lah. you know?
A lot of people gave up their dreams because of
Yeah.
their responsibility to
Yeah.
their children,
Right.
you know. And that's good that he still.
He wants to.
Yeah.
He wants to commit. For Titus, I say he's an all-rounder. He's just the one you want to carry stuff, carry the weight as well. Like he just gives you that hope because he was the last one to join the band actually, and it was so funny. The first time when he joined, he didn't know much about instruments. He was just really good at the shaker. That's why he's our percussionist. But he was so like, dalam metronome lang kena. What? He's so good. Let's get him in. And then suddenly he just stuck for like 8 years. Like, what do you do with us? I'm like, he sings with his throat, so he could go like
how?
like like really low Mongolian throat
Yeah,
singing.
yeah.
Then we were just like, whoa, this
Nice.
gila. So superpower probably the growler. He just growl. He does that a lot sometimes in public. So sometimes yep. He work in you can hear it in the song. Sometimes people think it's not us, but it is us. So yeah.
And
So
your
superpower.
superpower?
I'm the
Bit of an
Glue?
narcissistic thing to
I'm
do.
the god of the band.
Whoa.
What?
Super
Eto
Saiyan,
dia.
Super
What?
Saiyan,
God?
Super Saiyan God. That's me.
Ew, yeah.
Akira Toriyama gave me that blessing. Yes.
Being on topic, do you have anything? Have you ever said anything very narcissistic ever in your life, Because I suddenly remember what I say.
Why?
I've said.
What meaning?
No, it's like you said something very very like narcissistic lah about yourself.
Narcissistic ah.
Like suddenly I remember macam my friend asked me, why don't you work out? Because later I will become too good looking. You know, I answered that. I'm like,
I don't think it's
what was I
anything.
thinking about like
I don't
that?
think there's nothing wrong about, saying good things or being overly ambitious. I think it's just basically you're just creating a space that you're just gonna go higher.
But it caught me off guard.
Yeah?
I caught myself off guard.
Yeah?
Depends on the
Why in the
context,
world would
so.
I say that?
Okay, explain, Mr. God.
No, I'm joking. I'm not the god. I'm the glue. pretty
Rick!
much. I'm the glue. I sort of rounded all these guys together, and then now it's sort of my due diligence to keep the band intact. If you guys have seen the Spider-Man meme, do you know when he's holding the train?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. So I am that Spider-Man
You're constantly being pulled.
being
So
pulled.
you're the one who's like sorting out disputes or
Yeah, like because you
yeah.
have this hair, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
I still don't get what's up with you said that because he has his hair.
Yeah, it's been a running joke since in high school.
Have you dyed it red before?
I actually
Ronald McDonald.
there was one time I lost a bet because I support Manchester United. They lost against Liverpool sometime in 2009. So because I lost a bet, I had to dye my hair in school.
What color?
And I wanted it to be burgundy red, but it came out gold.
Gold?
So I
Dragon
look,
Ball.
yeah. So I look like
Super
the
sayang.
curly fries you saw at McDonald's.
Oh, I missed those
Tapi
fries.
nyangus because there was because it didn't fully became. And when I went to school, it was even worse.
Bronzy ka?
It wasn't just bronzy; it was only half dyed.
Yes, ah.
So I came to school and we had this teacher named Mr. Paul, and then he just looked at me and I look at him and he just did this, and I just like, yeah, I get it. I'm gonna.
Mr. Paul is
Cikgu
cikgu,
Paul. Remember
cikgu
Cikgu
police
Paul?
na.
Cikgu police, yes,
The
that's
one
the
in
one.
charge of the police.
Correct. And then he just called me aside. What happened, man? I'm like, I lost a bet. He's like, football, yeah. MU ka, yeah. Yeah. And he just shaved my head. So yeah,
Shout out to Mr. Paul, man.
Paul. Shout out, Mr.
School
Paul.
was fun.
yeah. School was.
I hope school is still fun for a lot of you out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yes,
Really.
it is. I mean,
hope.
yeah, I'm sad because looking back at my childhood, I really want to revisit my primary school, but it's no longer there. I mean, it's still there, but yeah, St. Joe Primary School. Saya lagi dah.
Yeah?
Set up primary school lagi?
Behind Sugar Bun?
Yeah.
There's no more?
And there haven't been there hasn't been a primary school for like about 3 years. Two to
What?
3
I
years.
didn't
What
know.
happened?
Yeah, they took over. The private school took over.
What took over?
Private.
I thought the private school has another
Yeah,
building on
building.
its own.
They do.
Which
but
is nearby the Kopi Corner
they
there.
do.
You mean
but-
Sugar Bun?
Yeah, but they took over the whole management. That's why you don't see parents sending their kids there anymore. 'Cause
Oh.
there's
No
no primary
wonder
school
no more
anymore.
gem there.
I didn't even know.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, which is sad because I wanted to revisit like my classroom.
Oh,
And then I was like, oh, go back. I'm like, I can't go back.
oh
now.
my goodness.
So different. Everything's like being used now. Like dah jadi macam storage facility or this is where they do band practice.
Yeah.
Club
I
Kugiran.
remember.
Yeah.
I still can visit my primary school, and most recently during the general elections,
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Rakyat?
School Rakyat, yeah.
You like reporter.
Boring school.
Yeah, I went upstairs. I went to my old classroom, and I was like, my goodness.
Rindu.
I bullied my friend here one time. I threw her bag down from the second floor.
Naughty boy.
I don't even
are you?
remember that, until she mentioned.
That's not very nice, Vector.
Yeah, that's not. That's why he's
Okay.
Vector.
Yeah, and then but in contrast, I was always the bullied one last time because I was fat.
You fat?
And I'm a bit of a softie, and
He's
a
a
lot of
softie,
people
yeah.
name me names, man. Those are the things that I really don't like to
Yeah.
remember.
It's never nice to remember a sour black patch in your life.
I'm lucky. I don't think I've been bullied before because when I was in high school, all I do is I'm notoriously known for sleeping in class. That my
That
other
also.
for other, and I would literally in the beginning of the semester I'll be so happy because I will always have to pick the one di bawah kipas angin. That was the best thing.
Why? How you get this benefit in school,
I don't know.
By being a very strong
There's a lot
personality
of
person.
currency.
What strong personality? Sleeping Beauty. Sleep only.
Well,
Did you have to bribe them with food or anything?
Not really. I think he just went.
Is it your vibe?
Depending on what teachers lah. Depending on what teachers. Sometimes I do get away with it. And I'm still surprised how I got away with it because sometimes when I sleep and there's Natasha, answer the question. Then I answer. Then I say, you see, she sleep. Also, she knows the answer. And I say, I go back to sleep.
Bright mind. Very bright mind.
I mean, do you believe that teachers play a very important role, on how they behave and
They
all
do.
that? Because
do.
for me, the only time I actually can understand or really willing to learn is when that teacher actually knows what difficulties I have instead of belittling me, instead of yelling at me for not knowing.
I agree.
but that teacher has to be hyper focused on you then.
Huh?
Not necessarily.
Not really.
Yeah,
No.
this reminds me of one teacher that I had who's also named Yusuf, Cikgu Yusuf. He was a substitute and he came in the class and he just, it was English period. So we thought, okay, we're not going to do anything. And you know how substitute period it's like a free time.
Yeah.
Yes, 40 minutes of freedom. But no, he gave us this very informative, I still remember until today, he asked me and he said, what do you like to do? And I said, oh, I like to play the guitar. And he said, then he asked another kid, what do you like to do? And the kid was just like, you know how when you're 15, you don't really know what you want?
Yeah. What was?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And he was like, main guli or something. And then it's just like, you see, because of your answer and his answer had more conviction. Like he said he liked playing guitar. And you said you like main guli, but in a very main tone. And
Yeah.
mine was with conviction. And I said, you know why that is important? I was like, and then just me like, why? And then he went, oh, because if you want to be a great guitar player, you go and do that right now. I said, oh, okay. And then he just went on and rambling. But like his rambling was like, it opened my mind basically. He said, if you want to be a good guitar player, just go to every bar. You don't have to drink. Just go to every bar, watch the greatest guitar player you've ever seen, and just copy him. Watch the band you like the most on YouTube. And this is 2008, mind you.
Yeah.
YouTube was such a small thing then.
Yeah.
Go watch it on YouTube. And he was so supportive of what I'm doing. And special shout out because he's still around these days. I see him sometimes and I keep telling him of that story and he's just like, who are you? He doesn't remember me. And I'm like, I'm the guy from Meruked. You don't remember me? Like, what? What?
So pretty much like he's like one of the big like motivators.
He was.
for
He
you
was.
lah.
He was very important
Yeah,
because
well,
he
somehow-
didn't remind me of the typical teacher who was like you said, belittling the students.
Yeah, because like last time when you're younger, they just think you're stupid.
Yeah, they don't treat you as an equal or a friend.
Yeah.
And with him, it just felt, wow, finally an adult who has a really nice conversation. Really, there's like a call and response.
Like they
And then you-
actually give a shit
yeah,
about
and,
what
and
you
yeah,
like.
yeah, they do. And then they wait for your answer. Like, okay, what do you think? And you're just like,
Yeah.
15, you're smelly because you just played futsal outside. You're just like sweating in class. You're just like, I don't know, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
the smell of children, man.
smell
after
of
school
children.
is next level.
The smell of teenagers.
Lying though, I didn't know us boys especially smelled like that. It's this very
This
Pungent.
strong,
Yeah.
BO.
sharp
Yeah.
smell
The
of
bus cola smell.
the Pascola.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I rode the public bus, man. I know what that smells
Oh my
like.
goodness,
Yeah,
I
I love the
didn't know.
public bus just because I
I
didn't want to
had-
hear my parents nagging. It's like, yep, I just pakai bus po.
And this is a good segue to tell everybody that from today, from yesterday until the 9th, maybe there's a exhibition. It's called Gerakan Masa #Terima Kasih Cikgu. Diadakan sempena sambutan Hari Guru Kebangsaan yang ke-53.
It's an awesome segue. So
Okay, yeah.
that was like really cool.
I don't know if you guys want to go, just go before the exhibition is over. If you appreciate your teacher. Anyway, yes, I guess. Any more? We want to talk about anything else?
Anything else you want to speak
Yeah,
your
come on,
mind?
man. Meruked, shout out anything.
Shout out to my bandmates who
Subscribe
aren't here.
to Meruked.
I love my
channel.
bandmates very much. Check out the new single, Kining Posah. It's on YouTube. We're going to be bringing out more material for you, so thank you so much.
Looking forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you
Honestly,
guys.
And I feel Meruked is one of those bands that is membawa, that's making Sarawak proud, honestly. Not just domestically,
Thank
but
you.
internationally as well. And also shout out to last night. I went to this Gerakan Masa Terima Kasih Cikgu event thingy,
Yeah.
right?
I
And
still can't put my mind. What is it?
that was my
'Cause I've
first
never
time
been
attending.
to.
Yeah, that was my first time attending
What
such
is
event
it?
as well.
What is it exactly?
It's an event that is organized to appreciate teachers. It's a platform for teachers to have like a I don't know, man.
Gerakan Masa is a time capsule. What like I was.
MASSA. It's not time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Masa.
Yeah.
Masa.
I don't know why.
What
it's
does
named
masa with a SS
Masa
name?
Educators,
in
right?
general, it means
Educator,
mass media.
Mass media.
Mass media. Okay.
But yeah,
Right.
wait, what was I talking? Oh yeah, Tuku Kame was performed.
Oh, I love them.
Tuku
also.
Kame performed last night, and oh girl, if that's
You've never
not
watched them perform before?
ever, but last night I was paying full attention, because
Yeah.
it was a teacher's event. What am I supposed to do then, bro?
Supposed to educate, so-
pay
Yeah.
attention to the band playing lah,
Yeah.
and the singer, the lady. Diciptakan seorang ingin.
Was she wearing a tudung with specs?
No. She was short hair lady.
Oh, okay.
Rambut hati. Terus goosebump aku my whole body. Aish.
I love
Tuku
it
Kame.
every time
Shout out Jerry
to
Kamit.
you. And a lot more other bands. Let's see, Adao.
Oh, I just was with them last 2
Bintulu.
days. We were in Bintulu together. They're-
Subini.
Yeah,
Is that how you
Subini.
pronounce it?
Subini.
Subini. A lot of bands. lah.
Pinalaksanta.
We hope to get you
Sada
guys.
Borneo.
Sada Borneo.
Yeah.
Come over.
Suddenly
We
I
had a
feel like
chit
I'm
chat
hosting
here.
Rainfest again. Tiba-tiba
no, really?
calling all these names,
What?
right?
Hosting what?
Suddenly I feel like I'm like hosting Rainfest again because like all these names kan, you know.
Yeah, very common.
Yeah,
at
but
Rainforest.
that's what like Lian told me that time. Like when we took pictures, like oh, biasa grab Rainfest, you know.
Awesome.
You know.
We had Gary as well on board.
Gary was just he was visiting. He was hosting the next day, so he's like, "Oh, aku bawa saruk." Okay. That's what I love about Kuching lah. Especially like I'm so thankful like for my radio days. Now I get to do. Now I get to share the stage when I MC with all these amazing artists, Meruked, Adao, and it still gives me. I'm always in so much delight because goosebumps. But you guys are just different level, and thank you so much, Ash, for coming down here representing your band.
Please please force your other members to come again next time.
Yeah.
These people, you Farouk, you Gideon, all you. I tell you first, you don't come here.
I didn't expect this episode to end with you like tiba-tiba marah orang. But yeah, thank you so much. All the best to you, Meruked.
Thank
And
you.
Ash, you also
We're getting old now, guys.
Why Tiber? Can you?
why every single
Why
episode?
you?
Why every?
Why? You all. We not all. You all.
Don't
Okay.
forget to subscribe,
See what I mean?
like Instagram, TikTok. Mwah. Ta-ta.
Bye.
Just saying.